I liked about it too. And it made your teacher have to say those funny words too, right? Very good. Does somebody else have a different favorite book?
Come over here a little closer. All right, go ahead.
My favorite book is Mo Willems.
Mo Willems, books by Mo Willems.
That's the one with the pigeon, right?
Mm-hmm. An Elephant and Piggy.
Yes. Those are so fun.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, Mo Williams, he's great.
The books on like kidnapped and captured.
Ooh, yeah. Is that a series?
Is it a series?
I
think it is. They're the black chapter books over there. Yeah, it's a series.
Very cool. Chapter books. Isn't this first grade?
Yeah.
Do you read them with
Logan, reading some chapter books.
Okay. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Awesome. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started, and if the others can come in, they'll come in. But you know, it was a blustery day last night. It was a blustery night, and it's blustery this morning. And I know there are some schools that aren't having school today because of the weather. So that might be why they're not here. So what I'm going to do is do a screen share with this class and let you guys look at some of the stories I have to share and let you pick out what book you want. So there's Dust Devil, which is a tall tale. We've got Three Little Aliens and Big Bad Robot. Are You My Mother? We have The Day the Crayons Quit. Imogene's Answers. Here's another crayon book, The Day the Crayons Came Home.
I think they reacted to The Day the Crayons Came Home.
Okay.
All right.
Crayon books are so fun. I think you'll like this one. This one makes me laugh. All right, y'all. So we'll read the story and let me know, can you see the pictures?
Yep, we can see them.
Awesome. So we'll read the story and then afterwards we'll let you talk about like your favorite parts and things like that. Let you have a few minutes to talk.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right, so this is The Day the Crayons Came Home. Look at all that stuff all over the floor. One day, Duncan and his crayons were happily coloring together when a strange stack of postcards arrived for him in the mail. Dear Duncan, not sure if you remember me. My name is Maroon Crayon. You only colored with me once to draw a scab. Ugh, but whatever. Anyway, you lost me 2 years ago in the couch, and then your dad sat on me and broke me in half. I never would have survived had Paperclip not nursed me back to health. Well, I'm finally better, so come get me. Oh, and can Paperclip come too? He's really holding me together. Sincerely, your marooned crayon. Maroon Crayon. And so there's a picture. See, Maroon Crayon got left on the sofa, and Daddy's coming to sit down, and he's saying, no! And it broke him in half, but Paperclip is helping hold him together, thank goodness. Dear Duncan, nobody likes peas. No one even likes the color pea green. So I'm changing my name and running away to see the world. Sincerely, Esteban the Magnificent, the crayon formerly known as Pea Green. And there's Pea Green looking all sad because all that people draw with pea green is green peas, and that little kid's holding his nose on, green peas, blech, I don't like that.
I hate peas.
But he's saying, instead of pea green, I'm going to be Esteban the Magnificent. Hi, Duncan. It's me, Neon Red Crayon. Remember that great vacation we had with your family? Remember how we laughed and drew a picture of your dad's sunburn? Remember dropping me by the hotel pool when you left? Clearly you do not, because I'm still here. How could you miss me? Oh, so anyway, after 8 months of waiting for you to come back to get me, I guess I'm walking back. Your left behind friend, Neon Red Crayon. And there's Neon Red Crayon by the pool saying, "Where is Duncan? He left me here." Duncan, it's us, yellow and orange. We know we used to argue over which of us was the color of the sun. But guess what? Neither of us wants to be the color of the sun anymore. Not since we were left outside and the sun melted us together. Ah! You know the real color of the sun? Hot. That's what, hot. We're sorry for arguing. You can make green the sun for all we care. Just bring us home. You're not so sunny friends. Yellow and orange. And there they are. The green sun has melted yellow and orange together.
The sun is green.
Oh my goodness.
There's a green. Oh my God.
Hey, Duncan. I'm sure you don't recognize me after the horrors that I've been through. I think I was tan crayon or maybe burnt sienna. I don't know. I can't even tell anymore. Have you ever been eaten by a dog and puked up on the living room rug? Because I have. I have been eaten by a dog and puked up on the rug, Duncan, and it's not pretty. Not pretty at all. I'm more carpet fuzz than crayon now. Oh, can you please bring me back your undigestible friend, tan, or possibly burnt sienna crayon? Oh my goodness. And there's the crayon in the doggy throw up. Ugh. And the dog doesn't even care. He's just back there licking. Dearest Duncan, could you please open the front door? I still need to see the world. Sincerely, Esteban the Magnificent. And there he is saying, I can't get anywhere and do anything fantastic unless you open the door for me. Hey, Duncan, remember last Halloween we told your little brother there was a ghost under the basement stairs? Then we drew that scary stuff on the wall. Sure, it was funny when he ran screaming, right? But it wasn't so funny when you forgot to take me out of the basement. Please come get me because I'm kind of terribly terrified and you're a very scared friend. Glow in the dark crayon. Whoa. And there's a close up. Hey, Duncan! Looks like I'm almost home. I've been through China, Canada, and France, I think. Just crossing New Jersey by camel now. New Jersey has giant pyramids, right? Anyway, see you soon, Neon Red Crayon. P.S. Next stop, the North Pole, I think. And there is Neon Red Crayon. There's a camel, and there's the pyramids, and she says she is in New Jersey. New Jersey doesn't have pyramids and camels?
No.
She's all kinds of confused then, isn't she? Duncan, does page 8 of Pirate Island ring a bell? Kind of a big payday for Captain Greenbeard there, don't you think? And no bronze or silver in that pile, huh? I told you it'd make me blunt if you colored each coin individually, but would you listen? No. I also told you those stupid crayon sharpeners never work. Did you listen to that either? No. Now I can't color anything at all. Your pointless friend, Gold Crayon. And Gold Crayon, there he is, stuck inside the crayon sharpener. The crayon sharpener is saying, this is not fun for me either, you know. And there's Pencil saying, I had to write that postcard for Gold Crayon because his head is stuck in the sharpener. And Pencil had to write the postcard for him. How silly. Good thing, though, to have a friend to help, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's Greenbeard the pirate. And there's all those gold coins that Gold Crayon colored that made his tip all flat and blunt. Oh, my goodness. Dear Duncan, I've seen the world, and it's rainy. I'm coming back. Esteban the Magnificent. There he is. He got the door open, but then he looked out and said, it's raining. Never mind. Have any of you done that? Opened the door and saw it was raining and go, never mind.
Yes,
And sometimes it's fun to go out in the rain and splash in puddles, isn't it? Oh, look at this crayon. Hi, Duncan. You're probably wondering why my head is stuck on your sock. A question I ask myself every day. Well, it's because last week you left me in your pocket and I ended up in the dryer. I landed on your sock and now he's stuck to my head. Can you please come get me? Also, why does everything you wear still smell stinky even after it's washed? You're stinky, socky, stucky on my head, buddy. Turquoise Crayon. P.S. Sock says hi. And there's Turquoise Crayon with Sock stuck to his head. And there's Sock saying, tell him I said hi. Oh, and what do these lines coming up off Sock mean? Really stinky. Yuck. Oh, let's see this one. Dear Mr. Duncan, I know I am not your crayon. I know I belong to your baby brother, but I can't take him anymore. Ugh. In the last week alone, he's bitten off the top of my head. He put me in the cat's nose, has drawn on the wall, and tried to color garbage with me. Oh, the worst part is he's a terrible artist. I can't tell what he's drawing. Is it donkeys? Monkeys? Donkey monkeys? Picasso said every child is an artist, but I don't know. I don't think he ever met your brother. Please rescue me, your desperate friend, Big Chunky Toddler Crayon. Don't little kids, don't babies put everything in their mouth.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And that, his little brother, Duncan's little sister, I think, did that too. Oh, here's Neon Red Crayon again. Duncan! Greetings from the Amazon rainforest. Making great time. I think I'm almost home. Neon Red Crayon.
No, he's not. No.
Is that a rainforest? No, in a rainforest? No, she's somewhere where it's cold, and it's not cold in the Amazon, is it?
No, definitely not.
Hello, Duncan. It's me, Brown Crayon. And you know exactly why I ran away, buddy. Everyone thinks that I get all the great coloring jobs like candy bars, puppies, and ponies. Lucky me, right? Bet they don't know what else you used me to color, do they? I didn't think so. The rest of that drawing was great, but did it really need that final brown scribble? I'll come back, but please, let's stick to candy bars, okay? Your very embarrassed friend, Brown Crayon.
Not fair. Yeah, look.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look how embarrassed Brown Crayon is. His cheeks are all red. He's so embarrassed. He didn't mind coloring the trees or the bear, but the bear's looking, he's got a question mark. He's like saying, that's not mine. That's embarrassing. Oh my goodness. And there's a whole bunch of the postcards. So let's see. Oh my goodness. Duncan was sad to learn of all the crayons he'd lost, forgotten, broken, or neglected over the years. So he ran around gathering them all up. But Duncan's crayons were all so damaged and differently shaped that they used to be that they no longer fit into the crayon box. So Duncan had an idea. He built a place where each crayon would always feel at home. And I tried to do a close-up of some of these, like, remember the tan crayon that got thrown up by the dog? He's way up high, and he's saying, there are no dogs down there, are there? And here's the one that was drawn, the tan one, I think, drawing turkeys and things. Nope, no turkeys here either. And I saw a white crayon here saying, let's have a party. I want to dance. And there's P. Green Esteban getting to draw some stuff on there. He's drawing a teddy bear with the other green crayon. Look at this. There's Turquoise with a sock still on his head. And the sock says, I'm Ted. The sock's name is Ted. And the gray crayon, and there's the gold crayon still stuck inside of the sharpener. And remember the maroon crayon, what happened to him? Yeah, Daddy sat on him. And there's the toddler crayon with the bite out of it. Oh, there's orange and yellow. And look, there's a special door for them because they're melted together. And the pencil sharpener is saying there, I could use a haircut. He needs to get sharpened, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And then finally, here comes Neon Red Crayon, and she's saying, and then when I was in Cleveland, I got to hike the Great Wall of China.
That's not true.
So, what did you think about that book?
Awesome.
I love that story. It's very funny. And I like how all the crayons are writing those postcards, huh? So did anyone want to come up and share maybe their favorite part of the book?
When the glow in the dark crayon, I got scared of the drawings he made and Duncan made to scare his little brother.
And wasn't that funny that they were trying to scare Duncan's little brother and ended up scaring themselves instead? Yeah.
Yes.
That was funny.
When the neon red crayon thought he was climbing the Great Wall of China in Cleveland.
Seriously, Zoe? The Great Wall of China is not in Cleveland. Huh. He was very confused.
When they had a house.
When they had a house, Duncan made there at the very end, huh? That was so cool. Could you build something like that maybe? Do you guys think you could build something like that?
You think you could build something like that? No.
Yeah. And I see that Emmanuel's class just got on. So Emmanuel, we'll be with you in just a minute. We just finished up reading a story, so we're going to finish with Iowa, and then I'll get right with you. How about that?
Okay.
How are you? I love that Super Mario shirt you have on. That is awesomeness. What was your favorite part of the book we just read?
When the crayon thought they was in the Amazon rainforest.
Neon Red was just silly through that whole story, huh? She was skiing but thought she was in the Amazon rainforest, and she wasn't water skiing, she was snow skiing.
Oh, yeah.
I like the part when the dad sat on the maroon crayon.
Right, and the maroon crayon was going, no, don't sit on me. Yeah, but then his friend helped him, didn't he? His friend, the paperclip, helped hold him together, and it's important to have good friends like that, huh? Excellent. I love that.
All right, we've got one coming up.
Hey, how are you? I love that red jacket you got on. Did we freeze up?
Hello.
Let me try. Oh, there you are. Yes. Miranda, I think we've lost sound, so I'm going to wave goodbye to Iowa for today. And we're going to pick up with Emmanuel and read to their classes. Thank you all so much. Have fun reading your stories. Bye. All right. Emmanuel, hi. How are you?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Doing awesome. So what grade do we have with us today?
4th grade.
4th grade. Awesome. I love 4th graders. 4th graders are just the best kids in the whole school, don't you think?
I think so.
Awesome. So who would like to tell us the name of their school and where you guys are located, like what state you're in?
The name of our school.
Stand up, get closer.
The name of our school is the historic Sammy Coleridge Taylor Elementary School, and it is located on Preston Street in Baltimore, Maryland.
In Baltimore, Maryland. That's awesome. Is it cold up there right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been very blustery here. We had a lot of like tornado watches out and everything here, and it's very windy today. I got out of my, have you ever gotten out of your car and felt, or walked down the street and felt the wind blowing you like this, and you're going, oh, wait a minute, I'm not a kite. Have you ever felt like that with the wind blowing you?
Yes.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to, well, did you guys want to read a story to me, or do you want to look at some stories I have and let me read a story to you?
Look at the stories.
Look up the stories.
All right, so I'm going to do a screen share with you and let you see some stories that I have available. And if you see one you want to read, let me know. So we've got Dust Devil is a tall tale, if you've ever heard of like Paul Bunyan or Babe the Blue Ox. We also have the crayon books are also funny, like The Day the Crayons Quit and The Day the Crayons Came Home. This is a really good book here that won a Caldecott Award and was made into a movie. It's called The Man Who Walked Between Two Towers. It's an actual true story of a guy who walked between the World Trade Centers. And that's an excellent book. I'd recommend this one, The Man Who Walked Between Two Towers, A Boy and a Jaguar, A True Story 2, The Crayon Books, or Dust Devil. What do we think?
The man.
The man, what's it? The man who walked between the towers.
All right. And you guys get a couple of extra special bonuses with this book when we get done reading it, because we're going to watch the movie trailer at the end. And then I'm going to tell you about an app that you can use with Google Cardboard. Okay? All right. Awesome. I love this story. I'm so glad that's the one you guys chose. And I'm so glad that you're here today. Yay. All right. So this is called The Man Who Walked Between the Towers. And you can see there's the medal where it won the Caldecott the year that this was written. It said, once there were two towers side by side. They were each 1/4 mile high, 1,340 feet. The tallest buildings in New York City. A young man saw them rise into the sky. He was a street performer. He rode a unicycle. He juggled balls and fiery torches. But most of all, he loved to walk and dance on a rope that he tied between two trees. He looked at the towers. He did not, my tongue. He looked not at the towers, but at the space between them. And he thought, what a wonderful place to stretch a rope, a wire on which to walk. And once the idea came to him, he knew he had to do it. Because if he saw 3 balls, he had to juggle those balls. And if he saw 2 towers, he had to walk. And that's just how he was. I mean, hadn't he danced on a wire between the steeples of Notre Dame Cathedral above his amazed home city, Paris? And why not here between these towers? Well, of course he knew that, as in Paris, the police and the owners of the towers would never allow it. You must be crazy, they said. You'll fall for sure. And so Philippe, that was the young man's name, began to plan to do it secretly. The buildings are not quite finished being built, he thought, and maybe if I dressed up as a construction worker, So early on an August evening, he and his friend entered the South Tower. They got a 440-pound reel of cable and other equipment into the elevator, took it to the unfinished top 10 floors, and waited until nightfall. Then, because the top 10 floors weren't done being built and the elevator wouldn't go up those last 10 floors, they had to carry all of that stuff up 10 floors or 180 stairs to the roof. Oh my goodness. Do you see them in that middle picture at the bottom, pushing and pulling all that stuff up? Wow. And there they are. They're over here on the one tower, and they need to get that cable over here to the other tower. So let's see what their plan is and how they decided to do that. Look at that. At midnight on the other tower's roof, 2 more of Philippe's friends tied a thin, strong line to an arrow and shot that arrow across to Philippe 140 feet away. But it missed, and it landed on a ledge 15 feet below the roof where Philippe was. Oh, bad luck, thought Philippe. Do you think that stopped Philippe?
No.
Look what he did. Philippe crawled down the ledge over the sparkling city and grabbed that arrow and crawled right back up again. And look, he doesn't have any ropes holding on to him, nothing. He's just crawling down the side as if he's Spider-Man. That's crazy. Yeah. To this line, he tied a stronger line, which his friends pulled back over to their tower. And then to his end of the stronger line, Philippe tied the cable on which he would walk. It was only 7/8 of an inch thick. So look at your hands and look at that last picture there where you can see Philippe. And see how he has that being held between his fingers, and you can kind of see how big that cable was that he walked on. That's not very big, is it?
No.
That's a little scary. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Can you see the Statue of Liberty right there?
Yes.
Look how teeny tiny the Statue of Liberty is. Wow. His friends pulled the cable over to their tower, but while they were pulling, Philippe, because it was so heavy, lost his grip and the cable slipped and started to plummet towards the street. And it almost pulled his friends right over the edge of the tower. But just in time, Philippe secured his end before his friends fell over the edge. It took them 3 hours to pull the cable back up. 3 hours of pulling, my goodness. Frantically, as the stars faded and they started tightening it between the towers, and it was just past dawn when they were ready. Do you see that last picture? How nice and straight that line, that cable is?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, gosh. Philippe put on his black shirt and tights. He picked up his 28-foot balancing pole. All his life he had worked to be here just to do this. As the rising sun lit up on the towers, out he stepped onto the wire. Look at his foot, and look how tiny that wire is.
Dang.
You see those tiny little cars down underneath them?
Yes.
Woo! How many of you would do that?
No.
Okay. That would scare me so bad. And there he is. Now he's out walking on the, I think we missed, he had a 28-foot balancing pole too.
That's
So
like
there-
when I was walking over there before.
out to the very middle he walked as if he were walking on the air itself. Many winds whirled up from between the towers and he swayed with them. He could feel the towers breathing. He was not afraid. In fact, he felt alone and happy and absolutely free.
Of course it was.
A woman coming from the subway might have been the first to see him. Look! There's someone walking on a wire between the towers. Everyone stopped and looked up. They gasped and they stared. It was astonishing. It was terrifying, and it was beautiful. A quarter of a mile up in the sky, someone was dancing. The police saw it too. Officers rushed to the roof of the towers. You're under arrest, they shouted through bullhorns. Philippe just turned and walked the other way. Okay, guys, which one of you is going to go out there and get him? The police said they'd go out there to get him?
No.
Nope. For almost an hour, back and forth, he walked, he danced, he ran, he knelt in a salute to the wire. He even lay down to rest for a little bit. What?
Oh my God.
The sea and harbor spread beneath him. The sky surrounded him. Seagulls flew under and over him. And as long as he stayed on the wire, he was free. When he felt completely satisfied, he walked back to the roof and held out his wrist for the handcuffs. They brought him to court, but guess what? The judge sentenced him to perform in the park for the children. Not even punishment, is it? He did this happily. Though one time during his performance when he was walking on a wire, some boys played and grabbed hold of his wire and jerked it. And Philippe almost fell, but look, He caught himself just in time with just his foot.
You making money?
Wow.
Oh
Now
my.
are gone, but in memory, as if imprinted on the sky, the towers are still there. And part of that memory is that joyful morning, August 7th, 1974, when Philippe Petit walked between them in the air. Did you like that story?
Yes.
All right, so what I'm going to do is now a movie came out about this because this is a true story. There is a guy who's really named Philippe Petit who did this. He did this for real. And so here's a movie trailer that shows you a little bit more about Philippe walking on the towers. So I'm going to start this for you guys.
That's like 3 stories. Oh my God.
People ask me, why do you risk death? For me, this is life.
He was on the wall to the thing.
None. Anything to declare? I'm going to hang a high wire between the 2 towers of the World Trade Center and walk on it. Good luck. Where I was going or what I was doing, I was always searching, looking for the perfect place to hang my wire. I need you to help me pull this off. I got just the guys. Now it starts. Come on, make it snappy. I'm in a red zone. I'll figure out how to get the wire across. I think we should wait. This is extremely illegal, not to mention dangerous.
Is this gonna be true?
My head.
You like Peter Pan. No.
Let's take my step.
It's something the man can't fly. I would never do that.
We're just here to watch
He must be Bruce Lee. He.
it.
We should call him Brave.
Let's report to die.
Oh my goodness.
That's
That's Jackie Chan right there. Jackie Chan would do that. The walk.
Right? Is that not crazy?
That's straight up. That's straight up. That's crazy. Jackie Chan.
So, have you guys heard of Google Cardboard?
No. Yes.
Have you heard of maybe Oculus, where you put on like the little glasses and you can see like in 3D? Yeah. So, there's an app called The Walk, and you put that in like Google Cardboard or something. And when you put that up to your eyes, you know how you do with like Oculus or with Google Cardboard? You get to be Philippe. And you are the one walking out onto that wire, and you can look down and all around. It's crazy. So if you ever get a chance to do that, like I put it on my phone for my kids here at the high school to do. And so my kids here at the high school, they come in and borrow my phone and do it on their phone. So maybe that's something you could do as a follow-up. So who has some comments or questions or wants to say something about maybe some of their favorite books or something you liked about this story? Because I'd like to get to know you guys a little bit more.
Anybody have anything you want to say?
I like the story. I like the book. Travel was crazy, but I like the book.
The book was good. I like stories that are about real people, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have any of you gone on an adventure or done something that you think you could write a cool story about? Some adventures?
She's
That might
asking
be
you.
a good story?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you guys like to read?
Yes.
What are some of your favorite books that you like to read?
Dr. Seuss Hamlet.
I love Dr. Seuss. What's this other book?
The Survival. Lego.
No, she's talking to you, not me. Stop. You can stop looking at me and start looking at her. She's asking you the questions. Answer the questions to her.
Diary of the Wimpy Kid. I was about to say. Lego Star Wars. Survival.
Star Wars, yeah.
I survived.
I'll Survive?
Dork Diaries.
Dork Diary.
Yeah. The Dork Diaries? Those
Diary
are
of
good.
the Wimpy Kid.
Which one?
Diary of the Wimpy Kid.
Now, what is it you like about Diary of a Wimpy Kid? Why is that a favorite one?
But it's funny.
I love those books.
Is Wimpy.
Or what about the Dork? Is it the Dork Files? Oops.
Dork Diaries.
Dork Diaries.
So both of those are kind of diaries, aren't they? What's a diary?
Some secret. A secret book that you write all your feelings in. A secret.
It's a secret book about food,
Your feelings.
about yourself and your feelings. Do you think that's important sometimes to write down your feelings and what's going on in your life?
Yes.
Sometimes it's important to write those things down, isn't it? And just kind of think about them. Huh?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I'm so excited that we got to connect with you today, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. I've got another class going to be coming on here in just a few minutes, so I'm going to need to get off with you, but I want you to keep reading excellent books and sharing them with other people, okay?
Yes.
All right. How many of you have little brothers or sisters? All right. So if you want, your teacher should have the link to these stories where you got to pick your story from. And if he wants to share that link with you, you could use that and then read stories to your brothers and sisters because they really like it when you spend some time with them, don't they?
Yes.
Reading stories is a great time. Look, I can't even talk. Is a great way to spend time with them. So what do we tell your teacher for letting you do this today and connect with me in Alabama?
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Do a round of applause.
And enjoy the rest of your day today.
All right. Bye-bye.
A round of applause. So cute. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.